In this episode of Financial Literacy for Beginners, we're going to talk about what to do when you start making more money. Cue the intro. We always talk about how we're going to make more money, and there's a lot of content out there about that. But I haven't been able to find a lot of content about what to actually do when you start making more money. So today I wanted to talk about that and really kind of go over, some things that you can do when you actually start making more money, because there's going to come a time if you are on your financial journey and you're trying to get to that point. When you actually get there, what do you do? What do you do when you actually achieve that, that thing or that goal you're trying to go after in terms of making more money? So one of the first things that you need to do that we've kind of talked about previously is definitely start an emergency fund. If you haven't started an emergency fund already, that will be one of the first things that will really get you on the right path in terms of, building your wealth and all of those things. And it can be a small amount, whatever extra money that you are bringing in, now that you're making more money, just get that kick started. And the next thing that you can focus on once you start making more money is to definitely pay off any of your debts that may still be lingering around, whether you have credit card debt or a school loan debt. It's a good opportunity to, start working on that if you are making more money. One of the things that happens a lot of time when people are making more money is they start to increase their lifestyle. They start to, buy things that they normally wouldn't have been able to afford. And, that kind of gets you right back in the situation of not having enough money, because you start to accumulate more bills and build upon a situation that may have already been difficult. So one of the key things to do, make sure you don't fall for lifestyle creep and start to increase buying liabilities with that money versus buying assets with that money, which leads me to the next thing that you really want to focus on when you start making more money, and that is investing. And I know we've all heard this before, but investing is one of the top things that you can do with your money to really build wealth. But you don't necessarily have to invest in a stock market or any other assets that you may feel are kind of risky. You can invest in yourself. And that's one of the easiest ways to really start investing is invest in yourself. Invest in some education about things that you want to know about going into that may increase your profitability going forward. It's a good idea to really start investing in yourself that way when you start making more money, because what you don't want to do is get into a situation where you start making more money and you get to a point where you really don't have the skill sets to continue making more money once things change or things move into a situation where things become outdated. The skill sets that we have today, they're not necessarily going to be the skill sets of tomorrow, and you constantly have to keep reinventing yourself and learning more things sometimes to increase your profitability in whatever market you're in. So it's a good idea to, if you do have that time or extra cushion in terms of money, to invest in yourself, to learn new things and learn other ways to increase your profitability. And that's one thing that will never go out of style and will always be, beneficial for you as a person, is making sure that whatever your knowledge bank is one that's in tune with what's happening now and in tune with what may be happening in the future. That is the key thing, and that's one of the reasons a lot of people, kind of invest in higher education and trying to learn from that perspective, going to college and all those things, because they want to be a part of whatever the, next wave of knowledge is in the future, so that they can be profitable in, jobs and careers and just in, whatever. Even from an entrepreneurial standpoint, knowledge is power. And to get that knowledge, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and invest in yourself. So that's one key thing that you definitely can do when you start making more money. Take that money and reinvest it in yourself. Now, along with investing in yourself, I definitely don't want to steer you away from, taking advantage of some other investments like in the stock market and all those things that historically do yield great returns, real estate. There's a lot of things that you can invest in that will yield a return over time. Just be conscious of where you are in the cycle of those things, because different asset classes such as stocks, they do have cycles, and even in real estate, it has cycles. So just be very cautious and conscious of where you are in those cycles and invest responsibly. Now, the other thing that I want you to consider when you do start making more money is something I call live and give. And this concept is really around how to take the money that you're making and really maximize the impact it has on you and others. And, a huge part of that is, if you can give to charity, if you can, give to situations that may need that extra money or that extra revenue a little more than you do at the time, it's wise to do that because, for one reason, it's a tax write-off for one reason, and sometimes it's very fulfilling for you, as a person to be able to give to those things, and it will in turn enrich the things that you're doing, which will in turn allow you to grow at those things even more. There's nothing stronger than being in the right mindset about what you're doing and feel confident about what you're doing and feel confident that what you're doing is impactful. A lot of times we think that, just the making of the money is the thing that's really going to give us, the feeling of accomplishment that we want. But you'll be surprised that oftentimes it's not that. It's not the feeling that we get from, making more money and, closing this deal and doing all these things, but the feeling that we get when we're able to give back and to give to situations that are in need of what we can offer. It's very fulfilling to be able to do that. So I want you to take that concept to heart when you do start making more money. Live and give, living your life in a way that allows you to be fulfilled in the things that you're doing. And a lot of times that is the giving that you can give back to whatever scenario or whatever situation that is around you. So, and that can be in your community or otherwise, whatever philanthropist things that, you take on that way that are fulfilling for you, really do take those things into consideration when you do start making more money and just see how your life can grow in those areas. I hope this has been extremely helpful for someone. And until we talk again, I wish you health, wealth, and freedom. Hold up. If this is your first time to the channel, definitely drop this video a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We really would like to see you back here on some more videos, joining in the conversation, and definitely leave a comment down in the comment box below.